Right, Steve. Did Steve Cottrell replace your watch after the Rochdale game?
No, he had it repaired.
What happened? Because I haven't got a clue what happened.
I think we were 2-0 up in the game. When I come running out to the edge of the box, I think Duffo's left it. I caught it. Obviously, would have run out of the box. Probably got sent off, so I just threw the ball and then went straight to. Might have even been Paul Connor, to be honest, and he scored. So afterwards, I was changed right by the door, and I think my spare shirt was on there, and he's grabbed all my kit and slung it. Of course, I'd had a shower. He'd come in and had a right pop at me after the game. I had a shower, thinking, where's my tracksuit? Went to put my tracksuit on, and there was bits over something over there. Ended up putting my tracksuit on, then obviously put my watch on that was in my pocket, and it was in bits. So I then got on the bus and asked him if he could repair it for me. And he did.
Right. And was it 2-2 that night in the end?
It was 2-2, yes.
Yeah. I think Jamie scored twice, didn't he?
I'm not sure. I can't remember last week, let alone
right.
10 years ago.
Okay. Who was the best goalkeeper you played with, or been on the same club as, and also the best goalkeeper you played against?
I don't know. Robert Green, I suppose, and played Norwich. Was against. And I would say with was probably Jack when he was there for obviously England and whatnot. Brown at the moment because I think he's been excellent all season.
Yep.
I might come back to you on that one.
Okay. Who were you sort of behind when you were on the bench with Brighton and stuff like that? Who were the number ones there? Lincoln.
Nicky Russ was there at Brighton. He was a young lad from Arsenal. No one else then. Lincoln was Andy Leanin, and also Russell Holt. Russell Holt was on loan from Leicester, I think, at the time.
Right.
So.
Okay.
That was good.
What's your favourite save? I know we mentioned this fairly recently. You had a couple of good ones, but any favourites?
There aren't that many, to be honest. I had a good one against Bristol City for Swindon in the cup. That was about 16,000, I think. From Scotty Murray, good mate of mine.
Yep.
And the one at Hull that I won Save of the Month for a few years ago now. I can't remember really. I didn't ever worry about the saves.
Okay.
The amount I used to put off in training.
Right, this is one from one of your old teammates, Jamie Reid. What was your favourite end of season tour?
Who's Jamie Reid? End of season tour?
Yeah.
Didn't have many, to be honest.
He's not referring to any particular one, do you think? Cirencester or?
No, I got a sack of Cirencester, so it can't be that one.
You had some good mid-season.
Mid-season ones we went, yes. We used to go to Portugal and Marbella with Steve, but that stopped. And obviously Germany we used to go to. They were all decent just to get away from home, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think Jack Butland will be England's next number one?
No. Joe Hart.
So do you think he's the next?
I don't know. I think Ben Foster's obviously chucked a spanner in the works now because he's come out of retirement. So he's the next best prospect, isn't he? You got him. You got Stockdale. A couple of others. Brown.
Yeah, Jack's got a few years on Brownie, hasn't he? So, is Scott Brown better now than you were in your prime?
Yes.
Simple answer.
Simple answer.
Okay.
He doesn't talk as much.
Well, that's key as well, isn't it? Communication. Do you read The Robber's Nest?
No.
Okay.
Never have done.
No. I think that's pretty sensible. How did you find your time at Tiverton?
Good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Had a really good time. I knew Martin from years ago, Martin Rogers. He's a good friend of my dad's. But when I first started playing, he was coming to the end of his career at Tiverton, and then he went on to manage. But we had a lad. I was a funny story. I was at Bristol Rovers with a lad called Matt Groves, and he went on loan to Tiverton at the start of the season. And he come in and he said he'd have a keeper. So I said, get Martin to ring me. And it just went from there.
Right.
So I just went on a limb, went out there, played a month because I wasn't playing. But really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it.
Yep. Okay.
Good club. Good banner.
Book
Good
Howarth.
trips.
Sorry, I thought you'd finished. Book Howarth Banks Bocker victory. Do you think that's the best Cheltenham backline ever?
Got to say, yeah, haven't I?
Some people say Mike Duff, but because this person's
No, he
asked.
played right at midfield. He played right at midfield at the time, Duffer. So I used to miss him on the goal kicks, out to the right.
Yep.
We had him right in midfield. Yeah, I reckon so.
Yep. That was
Some ugly players there. I mean, it's up to me and Jamie to keep him good looking.
what do you think? Was anything stand out? Best comment you've had shouted at you from a fan behind the goal or anything like that?
Can't really remember. Well, obviously they used to cane me and me misses and all that stuff like that. Usual banner. But the best comment I heard on a football pitch was we were playing Kettering, I think, and someone shouted, "Julian Allsop, is your mother a giraffe?"
Good one.
So get you back for that, Jules.
When you were sat on the bench last season, I think the FA Cup games, were you confident you could still come on and do a job, or
No,
were you sat there
I was
worried?
crapping myself. No, absolutely. No, I'd have been alright. I didn't worry when I played anyway, so
Never got nerves or anything like that.
not really.
What was the fans' obsession with your bottom all about during the time at Cheltenham? Because I remember asking to see it on numerous occasions for some reason.
I honestly don't know. No?
Did you remember when it started, or
I can't remember. No, I think I probably pulled my shorts up and done something stupid, as I am. Just to get the fans going. Probably had my shorts really high or something like that. So.
But I remember you used to sort of conduct the crowd, didn't you?
Yeah, I used to always interact with the crowd. I mean, part of the reason now, well, not reason, but it's the quiet crowd. Whenever it's quiet, I used to get around and get them going. I might have to do it now. Pop down the bottom end.
And we had quite a decent penalty record for Cheltenham. What do you think was the secret to that?
What, saving
them? Yeah.
It's just too good, wasn't it? I don't know. I've done a bit of homework on them, to be fair, when we got in the league. But it was just trying to read people. And lucky.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll be lucky today at a racecourse.
Okay. Do you think you'll ever go blonde again?
No. Grey and white.
There's one pre-season, wasn't there? You turned up with bleached blonde.
Yes. Yeah. It's another funny story with that as well. It used to really hurt. Because it was like peroxide and it used to sting your head. But it was really sore. And we went for a bad patch. Cots made me do it.
He made you do it?
He made me do it. He went, get your hair done again. I went, I can't, it hurts. If you don't get it done, you're not playing. So I had to go and get it done. And I think this time it didn't go white, it went orange. It was looking like an orange running around the place.
Was there anything with the shirts colours? Because he was quite superstitious.
No, mate.
Wasn't he? Did you?
It was me with the shirts.
What?
It's if we'd lost, just say for instance we played in green and we lost, I wouldn't wear green the next game. I had green, white, and yellow. I think it was, and even an orange one to match my hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, and if we won with one, that was it. I kept that one.
Yeah.
Or played well in one.
You brought out a different one for Wembley, didn't you? That one came out of nowhere.
Yeah, just come out of nowhere. That one. You just had it in the cupboard. And we just changed it. Still got it at home.
Still got it?
Yeah, eBay.
Clean sheet.
Come on. Clean sheet, correct.
Who do you think's Cheltenham? I don't know how much you know about the history of Cheltenham, but who would you say is Cheltenham's best ever goalkeeper?
From my time, well, it's a funny question because they ask you the best teams, and you think that's probably what. But obviously, the best team is the team that played the highest. So it would have been obviously my era with Graham that year, or Iggsy's era with John Ward and Keith for a time. So it's probably me and Iggsy then. And Brownie even played in that league. So
Yeah.
But then you got Martin Thomas who played for Wales. So I mean, Martin was different class. He's a legend, isn't he? So
Yeah.
It's not up to me, that one. That's up to the fans.
Yeah, this sort of, you can divide it into service to the club or actual
Yeah.
ability, can't you? So obviously Jack
Yeah.
would be up there if it was just
Oh
for
yeah, I
ability,
mean,
but-
you look at you know, in the years to come, people are going to say who's the best keeper you ever seen at Cheltenham. It'd be Jack. So, and he'd done the business. So I'll leave that one to the fans.
Okay. You scored a goal from Mangotsfield, is that right?
Yeah.
Did you ever shoot for goal at Cheltenham?
No, I couldn't reach. No, I only had skinny little legs.
What was the goal like for Mangotsfield? Because
Well, I was about 80 yards out, let's say, just to the right of the box, and I seen the keeper off his line, and I thought, I'm going to hit this. And I pinged it, and it went in the top corner.
was it wind assisted? Or?
No, what it was a free kick, and I tried to hit it in the corner to go out of play, because it was last minute. And I shanked it, and it went central, and I looked away in disgust, and I heard our 3 fans go, yeah, turn around, it was in the back of the net, so I didn't even see it go in, so I was gutted. Lap of honour.
That was the one goal, was it?
That's the one goal.
Yeah.
I scored well for Tiverton, but got disallowed. That's,
You were offside, were you?
for the corner. That was a lad offside, yeah.
If a lot to choose from, but what would you say is your greatest Cheltenham moment?
Ooh! I think Wembley, when we went at Wembley in the trophy, that was brilliant, because I'd come from Forest Green, and that was like 2 or 3 leagues below, and that season was just, it was amazing.
Yep.
And that just capped it all off, playing at Wembley. I remember Cott saying to me, when I signed, I want you to play in the England non-league, and I sort of laughed at him like that. And then I got into the trial team, but didn't get into the final squad, and that really perked me up as a person and confidence. And then obviously the Wembley thing, that was it. I was 10 foot tall. So I remember coming in and said to Cots, when does that wear off by playing at Wembley? And he went, it don't, and it doesn't hang on. And I can remember going. I can remember and people saying to us, you've got to cherish it. You just got to remember everything you can. And I was like that, just taking everything in. And remember, because like a lot of people go there and think, I can't remember anything, but I did. I milked it, milked it to the limit.
And there was their goalkeeper, Southport, who was actually your rival for the England spot, wasn't he? Billy Stewart.
Yes, Billy. Yeah.
Good keeper.
Yeah, good old Bill.
Are you still good mates with Archie Howells and Jason Eaton?
Yes, Archie a lot. I speak to Archie a lot. I hadn't spoke to Jason. Texted him the other day because I sent him a wedding invite for the summer. But yeah, Archie a hell of a lot. He keeps ringing me for players. What you got? At Bath, he's struggling at the moment.
He's in charge now, isn't he?
He's in charge. Yeah, he's a gaffer. He's losing all his air now.
What do you think? We know you've had a career outside of football anyway, and you still have. But what do you think you'd be doing now if you weren't involved in football? Would you be full time with the windows? Or?
Yeah. Because carpentry, any sort of carpentry, I've got a trade to fall back on. So, but I want to stay in football as long as I can. You know, I've been doing it. I was saying the other day to someone, I can't remember when I haven't done football. If that makes sense, because my dad played. I used to go with him. I was a kid, so it was always football on a Saturday for me.
Yep. Okay. Why do you think Bobby Gould picked Higgs over you? You know, after you've been number 1 for so many years, why do you think he made that change? When he did he explain it to you?
He did, but I didn't believe him. I thought at the time I was playing the best football of my career in League One. I know we got beat at Bristol City 4-0 the game before. And I remember Archie said to me, because he used to give the trigger, goalie, he used to give the trigger like that. And I knew as soon as we lost 4-0, I was one, because he would look for excuses in anything. So it was obviously my fault we lost 4-0, but it wasn't. It was the fact we had young Shane Duffy and we had an experienced team in League One, and he's just looking to change something. And it obviously worked because we got relegated.
But at the start of the next season, you started at number 1 again, didn't you? And then
I'll come into pre-season and I'll give him. I worked really hard in pre-season and I grit my teeth and got on with it. And I started off, and the same thing happened. So he lost my respect then straight away.
Did you always get on well with Higgsy? Because he spent so long as your number 2, didn't he? And then...
always got on great machine. No trouble at all.
Okay. What would be your perfect Sunday?
Believe it or not, I'm a really boring person, and I do it every Sunday. I get up for golf about 8 o'clock, go and play golf, come home. My partner Lisa cooks me a Sunday dinner, which is beautiful, and I watch football. Oh. And that is all I do.
Yeah, sounds good. And you get married this summer, are you?
I get married in the summer, yes.
Well, congratulations.
Well, yeah.
Somebody would like you to describe the emotion after the 2-1 win at Rushton? Because that, incredible finish.
Mental.
What was it like in the changing room after that game?
I can't remember. I can't remember the changing room. I can remember the pitch afterwards, straight after the game. But it was just, you can't describe it. It was always meant to be, because you obviously went, didn't you?
I was there, yeah.
We pulled into the ground, and we knew it obviously was a big game, but the amount of fans that were queued up trying to get in, and obviously then we went out to warm up, and it was just electric,
Yeah.
And even when we went 1 down, we knew we win. We knew we would. And that's up there, like you said, that question before, that's up there with them.
Yeah.
Good job reminding me, because I forgot all about it.
Do you remember, because you would have been at the home end when Grayson put that winner in at the end, do you remember that moment where, because I think the Cheltenham fans, I think I was still celebrating the equaliser, and then I think Boca launched it up, and awful goal.
It was ironic because at 1-0, and there was only about 3 minutes to go then, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I said to Cost, I'm going up. And he went, get it. So obviously I got him. And then I think we scored from that, and that was it. I just knew then we'd go on and win it. Especially with that crowd, they were just sucking out the ball down.
Yeah.
It's mint.
Who do you think is the most naturally talented player you've seen at Cheltenham over the years, in your playing days and also current squad? Natural talent.
Ooh. Obviously Grant McCann, when he come in, you knew straight away he's going to be a player. Or he was a player.
Yeah.
I know it sounds a bit funny, but Danny Andrews was his natural left foot. Great ability. Tony Naylor again.
Yeah.
You just knew he'd score in it if it was put in the right areas. Grace could lose a ball in a telephone box. Also, not. Again, Jamie done a great job, and that's, you don't play that many games without having some kind of ability. But probably for me, another left footer is Russell. I don't think I've been there, don't know how many years ago. I don't think I've seen him give the ball away, even in training. So I would put it down to me old mate Russ.
Right. Okay. What sort of stuff? I mean, you could probably go into all sorts of detail here, but just generally, what sort of stuff do you work on with Brownie in training?
Catching.
Catching the ball. Anything else?
It works. Everything. I try and cover in a week. I try and cover all aspects of goalkeeping. So it might be short stuff, reactions, crossing, everything. Do a lot of reaction stuff because I think obviously the goals were scored from deflections and whatnot around the 6-yard box, 7-8 yards. Probably why you saved a couple of penalties lately, because we do a lot of reaction stuff off of mannequins, like I said, deflections, and it's all relatively not panicking when it does come to you.
Yeah.
So, but I do try and cover everything, even with Connor as well. It's crosses, and we try and tick every box just to cover it. Say we've done it, so we can't come to any complaint then.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not my fault. It is.
Somebody would like to know how lower league or goalkeepers that only played at the lower leagues can train top level goalkeepers. I think people like David Coles and Lawrence Batty was at Fulham, wasn't he, when Van der Sar was there, and he got Coles who played for Gloucester, and he trained West Ham and Portsmouth. I mean, do you think there's a problem with that, or do you think it's fine if you're a good enough coach, you can, doesn't matter what level you played at? Yeah,
I mean, to be fair to them, they did play, but they were at pro clubs before, so they have got some kind of inkling. I know Dave Coles is very highly thought of as a coach at the moment. He's unemployed, so he's that well thought of. But going back to a non-league goalkeeper can get, they need to get coached, to be honest. But also they need to go and watch the top keepers do it.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, and just do the basics. Once you do the basics right, the rest is a bit easier.
Yeah. Okay. Which on-pitch moment would you like to erase from the history books from your time at Cheltenham?
Oh mate, how long have you got? How long have you got?
Is there any particular one that affected you, or I know you always bounce back, but anything that you really regret?
And the Rochdale one probably, because we were 2-0 up, and we ended up drawing 2 each, and my watch got broke. That's the only one that sort of stands out. There's probably plenty, I mean, I got sent off at Boston once, but
Damien winning goal, didn't he?
yeah, you know what I mean. I give Big Damo his chance in goal, and he filled the shirt out.
Scott Brown reckons Connor Roberts is the most improved player in the squad at the moment. What's he been like to work with this season? Have you seen good progress? He's
been good, very good. I've still got a bit of beating to do for him, getting to learn the ropes. But yeah, he's been very good, Connor. Yeah, he's come on leaps and bounds. Great lad as well. Good lad to train with. They never complain. That's probably after trouble, too soft. But yeah, they're good lads, good goalkeeper.
Yeah, final one, Bucky. You said yourself that if Scott Brown puts his head down, he's capable of playing high. How far do you think he could go? I know you want to keep him level-headed, but if he works as hard as he could do, how far do you think he could go in the game?
Well, he can definitely go to the Championship and play. Whether that's play a part, whether that's a number one, but that's down to him. Then he's got the bits to do it. He's got the tools. He's got great hands. He's got agility. Kicks it an absolute mile. If anything, he just needs to come out in that box a bit more, which he's doing. And what he's done this year has showed his consistency. So that makes him a number one goalkeeper, especially at this level. He's a number one. But whether he can go and do that in the Championship, I don't know. He just needs a lucky break more than anything. And obviously the gaffer put a price tag on his head.
Yeah. Coles was looking at him at one point, wasn't he, when he was at Portsmouth? I think he was watching him. How close he was to actually signing him, I don't know, but he was definitely quite a regular watching.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know Dave used to watch him, but yeah, he's, like I said, what he's got that. He kicks it a mile, and he's got great hands. So everyone looks for big kicking, and obviously if you can catch it. If you can't catch it, you're struggling, as I did.
Yeah. Right, that's brilliant. Cheers, Bucky.
No worries.